everyone and welcome back to Chess Mastermind. So, in today's video, we are going to check out one of the most famous and the strongest openings for black, the Sicilian Defense. The Sicilian Defense is also known as the Rolls-Royce of chess openings. So, let's catch this. Okay, so uh, this opening is more friendlier to the black pieces. So we are going to flip the board. Okay. And now after flipping the board, now we are going to check out why it is so good for the black pieces. The database has shown that the black player wins 38% of matches in this opening. So let's sketch this out. Okay, this opening starts with e4 and then black goes to c5. Now what c5 does is that it prevents d4 and solidifies the control on center. Okay, now if white can play d4. Okay, if white plays d4, then we capture, then white captures, and then we develop our knight, and now we are in a better position because the queen has to go back and we have two central pawns out here, whereas white has only one. Okay, moving back. Okay, once we go e4, c5, now a common reply from white that you will see much often is knight to f3. After the move knight to f3, we move to d6. Now d4 can't do much harm out here. Okay, after d6, if white plays d4, we can take, and after white takes, we can go knight to f6, and then white has to play knight to c3. Okay, so knight f3 from white was played to develop his knight and gain control over the strong center. But when we played d6, this was the best move. The idea was to stop white from advancing the e pawn and also defending the c5 pawn. Good pawn structure with an open diagonal for bishop. We also have a beautiful pawn structure out here. Just check this out. Yes, we have a beautiful pawn structure out here. So if we don't capture on the pawn, we are going to be a lot ahead because we know that pawn structures are really important. We also have a really open diagonal for our bishop attacking the pawn on e4. Okay, now moving forward, we have another thing out here. Okay, let's check out what is it. Now we have this open diagonal for our bishop. Okay, now just think that if we capture, then the knight takes. Now if the knight takes, here you can see that the white player has a slight advantage here, and also he is a bit further in development. But for black, he has two central pawns, whereas white has only one. We have to stop white from playing e5 from here, as it gives a lot of central control to him. Okay, so after this move, there are many variations of playing the Sicilian from here. So let's see and catch out that from which types of moves you can play those variations. Okay, first catching out the classical variation. Okay, the classical variation of the Sicilian from here starts from knight to c6. Now, knight has to take in this classical variation, and then b takes on knight. Okay, after b takes on knight, now we can move our pawns forward for gaining central control. We have these beautiful pawns, attacking on the center, and we have solidified the center now, so this could be a good game for you. Now, moving back, we have the Najdorf variation. So let's check that out as well. So in the Najdorf variation, the black player plays on to a6. What it does is that this is the best move actually in this variation. It stops black from advancing and prevents the checks by the bishop, like this check. This can now be prevented because there is a defender out here, and it is also the most aggressive known Sicilian variation. Okay, after looking upon the Najdorf variation, let's now check out the Sicilian Dragon. Yes, you have heard this a lot times, right? Okay, let's check that out. Okay, so after the knight takes, we are going to go g6, and then we are after g6 we are going to go bishop g7. Then we are going to develop our knight, we are going to castle on the king side, and then we can build a very strong defensive strategy out here for our king, and also go on attacking on the queen side of the white players. So this is going to be a really good game for you in the Sicilian. So go on and try that in your tournaments and let me know that did you do good or this opening costed you. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.